Yep, doesn't fit.
Now what? It's completely finished.
Ah, dude, it's such a sick build.
Welcome back, YouTube. It's Russ, and we're here for part 3 of the big block build. To start off, I'm going to be cutting our shock tabs and moving them back some. We did the bottoms already, and that was good, but we also have to do the tops just to try and stiffen up our spring with the way it travels and to give it a little more height, because we will be replacing our front shocks. And then after that, it'll be getting torn down and sanded and getting painted. So that'll be exciting. Once again, I'm gonna start by taking off the top of the shock, leaning it forward. I might take the whole thing out, but I'm taking that off, cutting this. We have to space it out. That way we can get the proper travel and the proper height set for our new setup once we get the front shocks on. I think this is about where we want it. Have the rear up a little higher, have our shock at a better position. It's not gonna hit anything if it were to be maxed, and it's a little bit stiffer as well. So after we repositioned our shock, we had to reposition our light. Brandon did the tabs on that, looking pretty good. It was really close to our coil when it was compressing, so we had to change that up. So that's all fixed now. After that, we noticed our halo and taillight, they weren't really turning on. So we took the whole switch apart, and as you can see, there's no way we're getting electrical connection with this. So corroded. Focus, please. Yeah.
It looks terrible.
So I'm gonna take both of them apart and clean those up.
Yep.
While that switch was really dirty and we did clean both of them out, it still didn't work. But we did some more diagnosing, and Brandon found that the ground has bad connection. Yeah. It's a little rusty with everything else, but that's what we're here to fix.
It's working.
So I'm gonna take off the ground, give that a good sanding, and it'll be good to go. We also may have to rework the shock one last time, but it'll be better. With the shock in this kind of position, it's much more seat friendly. You don't feel it in the seat, if you know what I mean. The rear will not be staying at this height, because as you can see, that does not look good. So I'm gonna have to raise the rear, unfortunately cut this again, and do it one last time, hopefully.
So we got the shock tabs in. We got all of our chains and jack shaft and everything and swing arm all perfectly aligned again. And all the set screws are retightened down. So we're gonna give it another try tomorrow and see how it does. Russell's putting the torque converter cover on. And then after we verify everything's dialed in, we can tear it down for paint. But look at how crazy that looks with the lights at night. Here's the front end. Imagine the gold forks on it, long travel forks. Oh, it's gonna look so good. And this is the rear end. The rear end just looks crazy. Look at that. It looks so cool. That taillight's sick. Oh, it's on the ground.
And it's already looking good.
Yeah.
Or just by setting it on the ground with sag it, we definitely have the position right now, because like it's not going down at all much. And when you sit on it, it's still pretty stiff. Like,
Bounce. I want to make sure it clears. Oh yeah, plenty of room for the light. It won't bind up at all.
I don't even think
That's mint, dude.
I don't think we can bottom it anymore either.
That is mint. Do that again. Yep, light clears, dude. That's mint.
Well, I was gonna get some more testing in before I take it apart, but we're not having the best weather right now, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take it all apart, you know? Start at the bars, work my way back, and get it ready for some paint. Wiring harness is all out. Still a little bit of work to do. That's why I took the bars off, but torque converter cover's off. That's out of the way and protected now. Have to move the bike. We're gonna be getting a little crowded in the shop here, but gonna keep going. The engine's out, as heavy as I remember it. Only thing to do now is disassemble our rear end, take the gas tank off, and our front forks. We've begun sanding and sandblasting, and this is what the swing arm's looking like right now. Pretty clean.
Yeah, fully welded. Everything's plugged up and sealed. Yeah.
So
Ready for
no
paint.
water can get trapped in it anymore.
Oh.
And once we get some red on this thing, it'll look really cool. The frame's completely torn down, and now it's completely finished. I capped the ends, cleaned off all the surface rust. It's about ready for some paint. I painted the swing arm, and I think that came out really nicely. Look at this. Just need to put some clear on it, and it'll be ready to roll. I'm really happy with this. And the first coat is on the frame. I'm gonna say it a million times. This thing is looking nice. I think the red's gonna make this pop really well, and then the rest of the frame's just gonna look even nicer. We're back at it again today, and I gotta say, this is looking beautiful. The frame is like nice silvery gray, and then the swing arm's really bold red. Just can't wait to have this thing fully completed. Have to do the foot pegs yet, triple tree, a few other accent pieces, but once this is back together, it's gonna be killer. So right now, Brandon's slide hammering out our old bearings, because with our
Can't
new...
get any tools in there to hit them out.
Yeah,
So
and we need
I welded a bolt to it.
to put larger bearings in our front wheels because
Perfect.
of our new shocks. They use
Yup.
a larger
So now you
center.
take that out.
I bet.
Take that out. Pull that out. And that one out. And now we can hit our other bearing properly.
So now we're working on the new,
Billet long travel
Yeah.
forks for the front end.
working on our new triple trees. And we, of course, ran into some issues. Our axle, for one thing, was too short, and another, it had terrible play in the actual, axle hole on the shock.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a 15 millimeter axle, which is what the whole size of those is, and the whole size of the bearings we ordered.
It didn't even fit in our bearings. It came with...
to 14 millimeters.
Yeah. So that didn't work. And our wheel doesn't fit this size bearing either.
Nope.
So I have to Dremel that out.
Yeah.
And we have plenty of work ahead of us.
Yeah, I got the axle measured out to the right length and beveled so we can weld this up and make it one solid piece and have a longer axle. And I machined two outer sections that are the right diameter for the forks and the bearings. So only the center will be 14 millimeters. The rest of it will be 15 millimeters.
Well, we're back on track. A friend of my father's, he has a lathe, so we were able to get that machined out, the rim to fit the new bearing, and our axle fits the bearing and our shock, so it's all ready to be reassembled and make our triple trees. So, have the wheel bearings back in and the front end assembled. Right now, we're working on mocking up our triple trees. Have our old front end mocked up, or marked, and this is how we're gonna cut it. I finished up with the bottom of the triple tree, and I think it came out pretty good. I cut out the top part, and I'm just about ready to weld it in, so we'll see how that goes. The top part of the triple tree is all welded. Just have to let it cool so it doesn't warp on me, and then we can test the fitment, and then we can get it all sandblasted to be painted. The moment of truth has came, and it is looking dang good.
Yeah,
Fitment
it's perfect.
is beautiful.
We measured this out. We haven't test fit anything. This has all
No.
been strictly measuring.
Because we
to
had to
see
wait.
how accurately we can measure these.
We had to wait for this to cool yesterday, and now we're waiting on that to cool. But it's looking good. It's not warped or wanky or wonky or anything. It's right where it has to be.
Yep.
So the triple tree fits. That's a plus. Had to make new tabs for the headlight. Unfortunately, with the way the bucket is on the headlight, the tabs aren't even, so they have to be different lengths. But the headlight itself is in pretty nice and straight, and everything else is good. Nothing looks to be binding or bowed, and I think we're making good progress. And with those two tabs made up, that means it's assembly time. Paint's looking nice, it's all finished up. Gonna start with the front here, put a headlight, all that, foot pegs, then get into the swing arm, all that. Then the engine. The front end's together. I changed the fluid on the forks because where they stood, they were very thin. We put much thicker fluid in them, so that should be equal to the rear now. We shouldn't have the problem we had where the front did nothing as well. It's not too thick, so that's good. And the rest of the frame's kind of getting to be together. Only a few more things to go yet, but it's definitely easier taking things apart than it is putting it back together the right way. Brandon got the rear end assembled. I got the front wheel on, and it's back to kind of being a roller. It needs the engine, the bars, the seat, the gas tank, but kind of liking the look of it still. Came a long way.
Looks so good now. It's painted so much better.
Yeah.
Got the sprocket on and everything.
So let's see how much this thing weighs.
So there's not, it's not complete, but it's a lot together. It's basically a rolling frame.
All the frame components are on, so I'd say we're sub 100. Dude,
You think?
That's not bad. Yeah.
How's the suspension feel?
Great.
Dude.
Both parts. I like that.
That is gonna be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going down.
It's gonna be solid, dude.
That is perfect.
It looks so good with the paint too. The red swing arm. Yeah, I'm happy.
I'm very happy.
Back at it again today, working on the big block. We're working on the engine first. We're gonna pull the torque converter off so Russell can weld up the torque converter mounting tabs all the way on the other side. And we can get our engine back in our frame a little easier without scratching up the paint, hopefully. We got the engine in and the exhaust on. Looking really good. Painted the plate black with some high temp paint and baked in the oven at my shop so it shouldn't come off. And now we're working on doing the torque converter with our main drive chain and the cover.
We're coming in to being finished.
Yep, all that's left is the front brakes.
And the
Extended mount for
Yeah.
a torque converter cover, yeah.
But other than that, everything's on it and everything works.
Yeah.
We have our lights on again. Looking,
Looking good.
yeah.
All the wiring's wrapped and wire tucked and zip tied away. Oh, This build is just so sweet. I don't think it could have came out any better, honestly. The drop foot pegs make the foot pegs look so much nicer now. Ah, dude, it's such a sick build.
I finished the bottom tab for the torque converter cover. That's painted and drying over there. So now I'm going to be starting on the front brake mounts. I think I'm going to be cutting off the original mount there on the front because the other side doesn't have one. And I kind of want it to be symmetrical. And also, I don't believe with where this is and the gap here, it'll be able to reach the rotor. So I'm gonna have to put the calipers on here and kind of map out my tabs from there. So this is what we're gonna be working with. It's mounted to the axle on the bottom and right to where the dust shield would be on the top there. And it has a brace in the middle connecting the two to stop it from pivoting. I think that'll work pretty good. Next, I need longer brake lines so I can put it on the mount again. And we should be on our way. The brake caliper mounts are all finished up, painted, and looking really good. Just have to put them on, and I think that's about it for this bike. We just have to tune the carb a little bit and get some riding clips. And there they are. It's on the bike. It's looking good. And it still works. Now, the only thing left, I just have to get 2 longer brake lines so I can remount it, and technically, this thing's finished. The only thing I could possibly, oh, not quite. I have to rebuild the shock yet, but then it's finished, and the only thing I could possibly do is build up the engine some more. My new brake lines came in, got some blue ones, pretty much the perfect length. Just have to add some fluid to them, and we'll be ready to take it out somewhere this weekend. I also got a new belt just in case. Got a 3-pack actually, but we're pretty much ready to give this a good send. So me and Brandon took this thing out for kind of like a full send, and it did really well, but I was not easy on it and I broke a few things. I need a new air filter. I may or may not have bent both foot pegs back, and I also bent the jack shaft bearings on the frame, not the swing arm. The swing arm did really well, so no one can say that thing's weak. Other than the unfortunate slip up we had quite literally at the end of the day, this thing did amazing, and I can't wait to get it back up and running. So with the current condition of the big block mini bike, I'll be putting in a preview of the next video that's to come with it, because I think you'll really like it, and it'll be some time before I have it up and running again. But other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video of this thing being finished up, being built, and I think it came out pretty nice, looks pretty sweet. I just want to say like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you.
Welcome back to another episode of Mini Metal Fab, everyone.
And today
we're at AOAA.
Getting our first real full send on the big block mini.
Yeah, giving us some true trail riding and see how it does.